And next, we would like to invite Chair Liu participate our discussion. Please.
Thank you. Chairman Dr. Zhang, Dr. Lee, and Dr. Liu and Dr. Choi. I'm so glad to join this conference. And I think I have to stand up because I'm not so tall. And I noticed many audiences going to fall asleep. So maybe I can stand up to share my view. First of all, I am so glad to learn it. Today I'm not going to comment. Instead, I'm going to share my view. And I have a very impressive ideas about Dr. Liu and Dr. Choi. So my point is to share what I learned from these two excellent speech and to give some idea about Taiwan's public administration. First of all, Dr. Liu gave us a very good demonstration about the difference about public administration and governance and in disaster management. I think Dr. Liu gave us a very good idea. Not only it's a different idea, but also help us to explain the three dimensions of the new idea of public governance. The first of all, I think the governance is dynamic process, not a static one. Second, I think it's a macro view, not a micro view. The third, and the very important one, I think the governance is a cultural change. I think it's very important and so impressive today in Taiwan. Cause why? I think Taiwan is the same as Korean. The public administration, the many ideas, many strategy is borrowed from US or the English culture. And we have many ideas, we have many strategy. But what is this? How to explain? And the more important, how to bring them into the practice? We have many obstacles. For example, Dr. Liu gave us the governance, how can they run or they practice in disaster management. But here now in Taiwan, what is disaster management? What is the difference between disaster management, crisis management, or many new ideas? In Chinese, we also say 危机管理. We don't know what it really means. And it's another important problem is the civil service, the government, they receive many good ideas, the advanced idea from US or from the advanced country. And they doing very hard, but they don't know what doing this is means for, or what can they expect. So my idea is how to translate these ideas into practice, especially in some kind cultural aspect or cultural environment. I think here in Taiwan we have to do this. And the second, how can we expect the end result? For example, we use the public governance to change our bureaucracy or the structure of our government. But what is the end result? What can we expect? So maybe Dr. Liu gave us many good hint and a very good example. And finally, I have three ideas from Taiwan's view to share with all my friends. First of all, governance is a good idea, but what is the vision or the goals of 21st century governance? We know what we learn about public administration or public governance. Most of most of idea is come from 20th century. But in face of the future, we have environment crisis, we have population crisis, many crises. But so what can we set up the vision or goal? And the second, who should responsible the governance ideas? Especially, as Dr. Liu said, the governance capability. What capability or what ability or what idea, what can expect, and who should responsible these problems? And second, now I am the chairman of TASPAA, we care more about what public administration, the family or the group of public administration can do what and to what extent. I think this is my expression to Dr. Liu's demonstration. As to Dr. Choi's idea, I think it's very interesting. Dr. Liu's disaster management means some from the environment, and Dr. Choi's disaster may be from the inside the government. So you say the gaps in performance management. As I know, as I explained, the gap is maybe come from the different views from between government and people, or we say citizens. I think citizen is a very interesting idea. Who is citizen? Who represent the citizen? Now in Taiwan, especially the Sunflower Revolution 2 years ago, I'm so confused. You are citizen, I am citizen, but we have no expression or idea in the public area. So Dr. Charles gave us, I think still have two very good idea. First is the stream of democratization. Oh, it's hard to pronounce. The democracy bring us now here in Taiwan a sweet dream or a nightmare. Maybe we have democracy, we have many things, we have a big title, the democracy citizen, democracy society. But democracy seems to give us many problems. As Dr. Cho said, we have frustration citizen and limited of NPM and the crisis of government. But I care more about not only frustration citizen, but also frustration civil service. I think it's many more important to notice. And the limit of NPM, I think another question deserves us to care about. That is the boundary of NPM. I think it's more important to ask. And the third, crisis of government. You say government now face a new crisis or new challenge, especially the traditional we value, the value is changed, especially for efficiency, effectiveness, or economy. But what should we rule by what? Rule by what? I think it's more important. Because we traditionally in 20th century, we obey the rule of the 3E, effectiveness, efficiency, and economy. But now, as the environment is changed, the idea is changed, the culture is changed, what should we obey? What is the law? As the public administration, the traditional public administration, we see rule by law, but rule by what? Now, here in Taiwan. So the same, I have three ideas to share with you about Dr. Chou's presentation. The first is, what is good citizenship? The ideal citizenship is, what can we explain? The same, what is good civil service? Especially here in Taiwan, now in newspaper you can see about the police responsibility. The new government and the judge have different ideas. So it's make a confused idea. What is good citizenship and what is good civil service? And second, I will say the same. As the environment is so turbulent, how can we adaptation? And the same like Dr. Liu's idea. Who can respond this situation? The citizen, civil service, or the political politician? I think another big question. And the third, and finally, I say about the gap or the system or many problems in public administration here now, not only in Taiwan or in our society. How can we should we redefine or reinvention or have to create a new idea or new the so-called big picture of public administration? What can orient our development? So this is the three ideas I can share with you. Finally, I will say I am so interested and so impressive that although we come from three countries, but we use the same idea. We use the same. We have same problem, and we talk the same language. So I think this is a very good place to share our views, and I especially thank Dr. Lee give us the chance to share our views. I think you must not have many questions and many ideas to impress. So I invite all of you very sincerely to join us this week, Friday and Saturday in Sanxia, TASPAA. Maybe we can to share more ideas, more view for each other. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. That's last part is the advisement for the National Taipei University. Okay. Yeah, Sanxia National Taipei University. This Friday, right? Right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for Chair Liu. Dr. Liu, he is the president of the TASPAA right now, and so we are so glad we can have this kind of opportunity to have a discourse among the three presidents from the different context, different countries. I think we can expect many questions or comments to all of the three distinguished guest scholars. So right now, I like to open the flow to accept your questions, your comments. Please, you can use the either English 或者中文 Okay, both of these two languages. Okay, please, thank you.
我要请我们沈老师，你这个他是我们空大最有名的名嘴啊，他几乎每一年至少有100场以上的演讲啊，所以经常，我想这个沈主任应该有很多 idea， 对于刚刚讲这个绩效管理啊，政府对跟人民之间落差，有没有什么想法？
我不敢点名中原啊，但是主任点名中原，请中原表示意见。
坐第一排的最用功就叫做爱将，你知道吗？坐后面叫麻将，我开玩笑。来，我们请曾老师。
不敢，不过我倒是真的有一个问题想请教这个 Dr. Liu 啊。我们现在刚刚换新政府，在这个危机管理跟绩效的这个处理上面啊，不晓得他有什么样在美国方面的这个借鉴，可以让我们做不同角度的思考。
Any other questions? Please. 还没其他？如果没有的话，我们是不是那个先请刘老师好吧？先做刚刚的那个沈老师的提问，这样。
我用中文回答好了。因为他这个会议啊是说是国际会议，所以我就一般参加，他只要是说明是国际会议，我就用英文讲。那么讲完了之后，因为要跟观众和听众互动你如果说中文，我就用中文回答，没问题。你的问题是关于不是跟我这个报告的问题有关系，你是关于这个新政府上来以后对于这个危机管理有什么建议？这个我是个学者这个台湾的学者有很多建议，我看那个报纸都是学者建议。我做学者，我那时候给我自己定义就是研究理论如何能够在什么社会情形下使用。所以我对于刚刚那个吕主任对我的评论我很高兴，他注意到我一直研究这个，比方政府改革或什么样，我都注意到不只是这个技术面的问题，不只是说 idea 的问题，要注意到这个社会文化的差异性这个，所以我很高兴他注意到我的报告的幕后的因素都就强调这个东西在所有政府改革我们要注意到文化面的尤其在应用到我举例是危机管理。那么关于你的问题，我就很简单的讲一下。这个如果说是今天是小英总统请我到总统府做报告，那我大概就报告的更详尽一点，因为招待大概会不同事实上，危机管理大概一般最基本的就是我们的 first responder。对不起，我因为在美国待了很久，有些词我要用英文讲first responders 我就中文不晓得就是怎么解释就是我们的
第一回应
第一时间first responders 就是像那个警察、消防人员或他们在第一要回应的这些人员他的受的训练要很完整就是他必须要有
第一线行政第一线行政
first responders 那么我就注意到我刚刚举例，因为时间关系，我没有给他所有举例因为这个背景因素，我就发觉在所有的 case 讲着这个 first responders 他们的没有这个 knowledge， 他们的培训不够在台湾的case或者在中国的 case， 因为 involve explosion他们对于这个知识方面就不够第二个就是关于这个resource support 有限制。那个 resource， 因为这个政府的资源是有限的，现在尤其是对于这个经费支出，它对于训练这个经费在往往的减少了。这在美国也是一样。这个我在我们系上我们成立这个危机管理这个班然后参加我们地方政府的这些活动我就发觉其实上这个应急你们就是要围棋还是大陆叫应急这人员其实他平常没什么事，他只要组的是几个。centralized organization 的那个 office 就是叫做 centralized operational office 他们这个活动那么它主要就培养就是很多这个培训就是训练那么这个方面的话，因为经费不够的话，它资源就没有到位所以这都是很正常的现象所以第一个问题就是关于那个训练问题对，有这个丰富的资源支配。第二个要有modern knowledge， 还有是 equipment 这个设备弄。那么这个东西这是一方面。那么第二个就是就讲的这个关于这个治理的概念就是这个各个单位之间的 collaboration 合作，各个地区政府之间的合作或者层级政府之间、中央政府地方之间的合作。希望不要受，因为这个东西是我为什么强调公共管理？因为我们公共管理是强调 professional management 不要受政治因素影响这个常常看台湾看到好像当中央政府跟地方政府是不同的党派的时候，就会出一些这个在合作上面出问题，所以这第二点建议第三点就是leadership， 我事实上没有机会在这里讲。事实上，我觉得这个领导者扮演很重要的角色，在应急管理中间的时候他的角色，因为往往灾难发生我们没办法避免，不管是人为的灾难或自然灾难发生之后群众他是受到惊恐的可是你如果有个很好的领导者他表示一个很稳定的态度。或者即使有很大的灾难的时候，这个领导者能够抚慰人心的话这是非常好的最后一个就是所谓这个citizen 因为我们这个民主社会这个 citizen 是最大的。那么 citizen 就自己要考虑想的问题是说， 因为我们现在受的训练或受的教育，我们是希望小政府大社会，我们不希望政府管得太多啊，所以我们不希望政府有很多事情。可是往往这个情形是因为这个，就像那个吕主任说的，很多概念是从西方来的。可是我们东方社会啊，我们学的新的概念，所以希望政府不要管得太多，管得太多的政府不是好政府，管得少的政府是好政府。可是往往碰到灾难一产生的时候啊，我们又回到我们东方的本性来了，就说，哎，政府到哪去了？这个就希望政府来帮忙。可是你不能说在平时的时候你不愿意缴税，或者批评政府管太多，可一碰到灾难的时候，你要求政府赶快过来或什么东西。你看美国其实不会这样的。美国你看灾难产生的时候，它最有效率的时候，事实上是民间的团体机缘自构或者怎么样，就是那个不管是那个 volunteer 中文叫做志愿者是吧？它的机构很强烈，或者这个还是回到你刚刚那个吕主任讲的话，就是很多它的管理的概念是跟那个它这个社会结构文化有关系的，对。所以那个东方社会的我注意到，不管是在韩国、在台湾、在中国，或是甚至日本但平常是希望是政府管得太少，碰到灾难之后完全就回了为什么政府不管？为什么没有这些事情？为什么会这些政府官员到哪去了？这是所以这个在公民社会就这个民主社会公民要自己要学习这个在民主社会上如何表现，如何作为对不起这个不是我的专业，我只是从理论方面再讲讲。好，谢谢。
还没有其他。
刚刚那个我们主席那个詹宗元詹委员呢，说要我陷害一些人，那我不知道陷害谁，陷害自己系上同事好了。赖维亚赖老师好不好？我们创系的大佬来，那个赖老师是不是可以看有什么问那个 Q&A？ 对。
谢谢主任。我表达一下我的那个感受好了。好，我想说，因为我们520刚过了大概4天嘛，哈。那如果从政府的绩效或是我们期待了我们的政府能够更好，我们国家更好，我们不可否认的民进党政府在跟人民之间的这种互动，不管是文化或是心理上，至少真的是会比国民党政府还来得好了很多。就是站在民众的感觉上来讲的话，这个监护真的是跟我站在一起的啦。真的这种，那我们可以看得到正在进行的这个 WHA 的这个参与，不管是过去的参与还是今天的参与，我们台湾进去的民意一样都是 Chinese 台北，我们中文叫做中华台北。那今年是多了一个邀请函附了一个联合国的，好像是2758的决议案。那往年呢是在里面的时候就是几年前民进党管碧玲管妈她所透露的那个信息，以往是有一个说台湾是中国的一省，在那边反正两边都有一个就不同时间，但是很吊诡的是，那国民党政府在参与的时候，会在国内、在岛内或者是在瑞士的场地里面，不爽我们政府的作为的声音很多。那今年呢，到目前为止，扯后腿的，或是说他卖台的，到目前是好像还没有出来。那这就是一个很吊诡。那我们也期待的，民进党有这个机会，那真的是有了第2次的机会，是我总是期待的，他能不能够慢慢的，能够他真的是爱台湾，可是问题是，我们也知道他爱台湾的最后的他的本质里面是一个独台的一个倾向。那这个独台到最后会不会是变成是因为是爱台，但是最后是会带来是一个害台？我这个就不知道了。那当然，那我也期待的，国民党的现在是已经被打到趴到已经是几乎已经是快要这个爬不起来了。但是怎么去一个 它的一个转型跟一个治理，怎么去摆脱被人家 K 说你是外来的，怎么跟这个社会能够融合在一起，然后最后能够有不同的一个或是有效的那个论述出来，因为我们毕竟出来，最后还是老百姓的幸福，老百姓的。如果老百姓不幸福的话，统一也烂，独立也叉啦哦。所以我们总是希望的站在民主政府之下，能够维持的2大党的和平的或是一个 competitive 有这个竞争能力。然后最后呢，不是小英，也不是柯 P， 到最后了，反正不管，希望能够台湾的民众，我们的民众一定要一代一代的。啊，如果是有很棘手的问题嘛，反正期待的两边都说，那就是30年后、50年后，甚至几个世代以后再来去解决嘛，总是希望的。这是我这个期待的，这个我们国家之间的能够好的一个 performance 跟一个 governance， 最后呢，老百姓能够得最后的一个 interest， 一个 welfare。谢谢。
Thank you, Professor Lai. Thank you. Because the time limit, so maybe I have to go to the last part of the last session. Could we give the maybe short response, 1 minute, to the Dr. Liu, and also 1 minute to Dr. Choi? Okay.
1 minute, you have 2 minutes. Response to the audience.
And maybe Dr. Liu. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, if you. Or you can speak a joke.
I just because I don't really think I have a specific question, but. When it comes to as a follow-up of my presentation today, we are talking, we just started, not just started, a few years back we started talking about post-NPM way of reforming government. I think NPM has been doing quite good things to the government. That includes South Korean government as well. I also feel that when I come to Taiwan and see the reforms that have been done in this country, I also see a lot of good things that have been done on the basis of new public management. But at the same time, as I mentioned, that the NPM-based, internally oriented, also output-oriented reform has its limitations, and also as I also mentioned, the gap between the perceptions between the government and the citizens are widening. That gap has not been, I think, being narrowed down, and I don't see. The South Korean example is actually a good example. The current the President Park, she started from 75–76% of approval rating. Over there, if you have about 45% of the vote, you become the president. But when it comes to the approval rating, in a regular functioning state, it should be above 50. But so with such low approval rating, governability of our administration is problematic. But anyways, so from now on, I think we have to teach public officials, especially those who are in the higher level, kind of new skills to get the public administration adapted. And then unless we do that, it will be more difficult to somehow get over, to somehow come up with the right response to the kind of difficulties that we are having. The kinds of problems that we are currently having in Taiwan, in South Korea, and in Japan, and the especially advanced economies in Asia, are actually qualitatively, I think, is different from the ones that we had 10 or 20 years ago. So unless we have come up with certain ways to properly respond to that kind of questions, the Fajian development, either in political manner, in economic development, and also social development, will be in trouble. So I think it is responsibility of both the public administration scholars, also public administration practitioners, to come up with some better ways, especially those who are in this part of the world. I don't think we share the same problem with probably the guys in Scandinavian countries. Their public administration is somewhat different context, in somewhat different context. So I think we should be 加油，加油，加油，加油。Thank you。
那个我想因为时间的关系啊，我就很简短的做一个那个 summary。今天其实这个2个专题演讲呢，一个是从灾难管理来看治理的问题，每一次灾难就凸显治理能力的问题啊，跨域管理的问题，比如说88风灾啊，88风灾，那我们看出来我们救灾出现了这个多头马车的问题，好，然后呢这个大陆的天津爆炸，好，日本的地震，然后还有这个每次灾难就是有这个治理的问题，所以其实这个题目也是一个非常有趣的题目。那这个韩国的这个崔新硕崔教授呢，他就是从这个民众的感受跟官僚本身的这个绩效管理啊之间的落差哦来探讨。那其实他提出一个很大的问题，这个问题他刚刚讲这是普世的问题，不是只有在韩国或者在台湾。也就是说，几乎每一个民主国家，人民很兴高采烈的选出一个领导人，对他这个高度期待。可是呢，几乎他们都会有一种宿命轮回，每次的上任的时候70%、80%的满意度，要卸任之前呢，剩下个位数啊，这个变成一种很奇怪的一种宿命。那其实这个，我觉得就是说，因为现在的社会越来越复杂啊。这个内外环境的这个变化越来越快，科技的发达，然后国与国之间的这个 connection network， 你看光是一个 IS 恐怖组织，事实上是影响不只是美国，不只是这个中东国家，事实上我们亚洲国家也会受到影响。所以在这样子高度的连结的社会当中呢，叫治理真的是不容易哈，真的是很不容易。所以每一个政府都会有蜜月期，然后很快的就不满之后呢，然后下一个会更好。变成这样的一个轮回，那所以他就提出来，就是说，事实上我们公共管理或公共行政学者可以去思考，怎么样能够让绩效管理的体系啊，能够跟治理的能力的提升能够做个连结。这里面一个很重要一点就是说，能够让公民能够参与，让人民的感受能够把它纳进来，这样。好，那我就很简单的做一个这个简介了哈。那么也非常谢谢2位学者啊，那么这个一个从韩国来，一个是从美国来啊，那么我们真的还再次感谢，也非常谢谢张委员今天啊帮我们主持，也谢谢我们台湾的会长，谢谢。因为呢，我们这个有一个小礼物的致赠啊，我们是不是这个来，再赠我一点，拍个照一下，来。好，谢谢，来这一个边，来，3位与谈人，我们有3个会长啊，来美国的会长，好，来，然后韩国的会长，好， 好，最后我们台湾的会长 TASPAA 的会长啊，5月24号，27、2728啊，2728在三峡台北大学。好，谢谢啊，谢谢奕晨。好，我们接下来有10分钟的休息时间。